Friends, welcome to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss the unit called monitoring and control. So, how you are going to monitor and control the project status and all. So, that is related to this particular unit. In this monitoring and control, so today in this session, we are going to discuss a part of review. What do you mean by review? Utility of review, candidate work product for review. So, which are all the aspects you can put for review that you can discuss here. Then review roles, then review process. Okay. What do you mean by review? A review means to look back over something for evaluation or for memory. That you have already know something about that particular project or product or something, okay, to analyze it more, to know the more about that particular product, or to have a different kind of knowledge regarding that particular object or the product or something. So, you are going to look back to get some knowledge regarding that. So, that is nothing but your review. Review means you are looking back over something which you have already know for the evaluation purpose or something. So, to know to diagnose your sickness, the doctor may review your medical record to know your this thing medical status or something. So, for that your doctor is going to review your medical record, or in our day to day life you may come across that before the examination, so students are going to review their notes. So, what do you mean by review? In another way, it's your brushing up on. So, you are brushing up some notes to before you attend that examination or something. So, that is what review. So, this is what about the basic definition of your review. How your review is going to take an important role in your monitoring and control. In many institutes, many organizations and the companies or something, so review plays an important role. So, review of work products, so any product, it can be related to that particular organization or any institution. Review of work product is an important mechanism for monitoring the progress of that particular product, of the project, and ensuring the quality of the work products. So, that review of that particular product, so whenever you are going to what you can say, the monitoring the progress of that particular product. So, how much it has completed, what is the progress, whether you are going on a right path or what. So, to know about that, and what is the quality of product you are delivering it to the client. So, everything to know about that. So, several times you are going to review that particular product before it comes into the market. Another way, every project is developed through the iterations over a large number of products. So, it is not like that if you wish for a particular product and it is in front of you. No, you have to work for it thoroughly from the basic, from the scratch. You have to start working on that particular project. It has a series of phases or a series of stages to complete that particular product step by step. Yes, it is going to apply for every kind of products in company or organizations or something. In that, so every product, such as it has go to the different types of what you can say, the stages to develop that particular product. In that, basically first we starts with the requirement of the document of that product, design document of the product, and project plan of the document of that particular product. Then you are going for the coding of that product, then it will go for the testing, then you are going to reveal or release that product into the market, and you are going to represent it in front of your client. So, here we have come across the different phases of one is the requirement document, the design of the document, project plan, code, testing, releasing of that product. Every phase of that particular product development, there might be some mistakes or some defects which have been committed by the development team members. In requirement document there may be some defects, yes. In the design documents there may be some what you can say, the defects. Project plan there may be some defects, until unless, because the it is a general tendency of the human beings. So, those who are developing team or any kind of the human beings, they are going to commit a mistakes knowingly or unknowingly. In that case, it is our duty to rectify those defects and produce a good product and develop a good product and produce it in front of the market is our duty. Yes, to remove the defects and to remove the mistakes committed by the development team, basically we will go through the type called testing. Yes, testing is an tool using which you are going to remove the defects. Yes or no? So there are different types of testing. The almost the 40% of your industry or something, the software companies and all, they will be using the 40% investment they will put on the testing of that particular product. Yes. So testing is an effective tool to remove the defects and to remove the, what you can say, the mistakes which have been committed by your development team or something. But testing, you are going to apply it only for the executable codes. Yes, executable codes. So what do you mean by executable codes? So I have written one code, I have written one program, I have written one algorithm for a particular product development. So if it is properly working or not, for that executable code you are going to put it for a testing. So it is suitable tool to test that particular executable code. What about the non-executable codes or non-executable works, like gathering a requirement, developing what you can say, the design of that particular product, planning of that particular product. So such things or such non-executable works you cannot produce as an testing this thing. You cannot give an input for a testing like such products. So such non-executable works are the better way to do the what you can say, the improvement in what you have planned and what you are working for, to do the improvement in that. So we will go with the review. So for such kind of non-executable work products, review is the best practice to analyze it properly. So next comes utility of review. Yes, what are the utilities of review? So first we have two things in our mind. So testing is there to test any particular product. So, and what is the utility of a review and what are the applications or benefits of your review are? The first thing is comparative to testing. Compared to testing, so it is not so much costlier. Your review is not so much costlier, and it is, your testing is time consuming. So first thing is testing is time consuming and costlier compared to your review. Yes, your review doesn't take much time, as well as it is not so much costlier compared to your testing, because testing requires many kind of tools or something. There may be some scenarios need to be followed or something. So testing is much different. It is also suitable for executable codes, but for non-executable codes the review is a better. So what are the utility? First of all, it is not time consuming, it is not costlier compared to testing, then it is benefit and it is works for executable as well as the non-executable codes. Yes, okay, then let us go the first point. Review usually helps to identify any deviation from the standards, including issues that might affect maintenance of the software. See, there are in a company, if it is developing any product, if a company is developing any product, they have followed some rules, regulations or some standards need to be followed. For each and every company, they need to follow one kind of standards to develop a particular product. For that product, if while developing, if it is has taken some deviation from that standards, so which may affect that product in a maintenance level or something. So in that case, we have to analyze that particular product, whether it is being developed according to the standards which are made for that particular product. So because of that, so review helps to identify the deviation from that particular standards. Second point, reviewers suggest ways to improve the work, such as using algorithms that more time, or what you can say, the space efficient specific work simplifications, or better technology opportunities that can be exploited, etc. You can observe here, see, I have some knowledge in a particular product, so I have started working on that. I have a little bit knowledge, not the thorough knowledge in that. I have started working on it. What are the applications of a review means? Reviewers suggest the other kind of things which are more suitable what I am working on right now. Okay, if I am working on algorithm X and another algorithm, so which algorithm called Y, which is more suitable and for that particular product. So it is more simpler, it is more efficient, and it is not time consuming, it is an what you can say. So you are going to learn something new. So if you take a review of that particular product, so in that case reviewers suggest to improve the work product. So what you are working on, still it can be improved in a further way. So what this you not this you use this algorithm, it is an better time efficient or space efficient work you can do using this particular algorithm or something. So reviewers gives the better knowledge. So it is better to take a review on that. So this is second one. Third one, in addition to defect identification, okay, defect identification is different. A review meeting often provides learning opportunities not to the author of the work product but also the participants of the review meeting. Okay, so in a review meeting, so there will be discuss pros and cons of that particular product, or how they have developed, what tools and technology they have used, and what is the other kind of a people like a market people. So similar kind of a products which have been are there in the market. So everything you are going to analyze in that particular review meeting. So in that review meeting, not only the author of the work product, who is the owner or author of that work product, who is developing that particular product, it is not only benefit to that particular person, it also benefits the participants who are attending that review meeting, because they also gain better knowledge regarding the same object or similar kind of objects. So using that review meeting, or by listening the things, what is happening, what has happened, what mistakes they made, so how they can overcome that particular mistakes, they will have gain a knowledge regarding the same, and they will not commit such mistakes in their development time and in their development team. So they are going to learn. That is another kind of benefit of our utility. So you can observe here, the review participants gain a good understanding of the work product review, making it easier for them interface or use the work product in their work. Yes, first, it is not costlier, it is not time consuming, so it can be applicable for executable and non-executable codes, fine. Then if you are taking a deviation from the standards which are applicable to that particular product, if it is so, you are going to analyzed by the review is the best practice. Then reviewers suggest the improvement in the product, what can be done, what mistakes we have done, how you can do the betterment of that particular product. So that also can be analyzed using the reviewers suggestions. Then in addition to that, the participants of the review meeting can also learn the lessons. So what mistakes, what committed mistakes committed by that particular team, so how they have overcome, what technology used. So it's like a knowledge gaining for that people or the participants, those who have attended that particular meeting. Then it is going to gain a good understanding under the work product review or something. So this is a small explanation about the utilities of the review. Then it comes candidate work product. What are those? So what are the suitable things, what are the suitable aspects you can put for review? Just now we discussed review is not so much suitable for the executable codes. So for executable codes we do have the testing part. For non-executable works or for non-executable codes, we do have a review aspect. So which are those? First one is requirements specification document. Second one, user interface specification and design documents. Architectural, high level and design documents. Test plan and the designed test cases. Project management plan and configuration management plan. So here the requirement and specification analysis or the documents. So before you start developing that particular product, so your first and foremost thing is to collect the requirements. So requirement specification. So what are the requirements from the client, what are the resources you do have with you, whether it is possible to complete that work or not. So there might be a time restriction also, if it is not possible within that span of time, so you may take. So everything from the scratch, the basic knowledge regarding that product you are going to collect before you start developing that particular product. So that is nothing but your requirement specification documents. So what is required, how you are going to do, so what is the money constraint involved in it, what is the time constraint involved in it, everything you are going to analyze in a thoroughly. So that is requirement specification documents. So which is required you are going to put at the first phase, which is not required, that unnecessary specifications from the requirements we are going to remove it from the list. So to do so, the review is the best practice. Next comes the user interface specification and design documents. So after the requirements, user has put his specification and you are going to develop an design of that particular document. So it can be an architectural or the high level detailed design or something. So if a requirement is something, then according to that you have to develop a design. Okay, if requirement changes, user wants something different kind of a designs based on his requirements, then based on that your design is going to be a different. So according to that, the requirement specification documents, your design part of that particular product will be different. So according to that, you are going to do the review part in that case. So that is also an based on your requirement specification documents. After that, you have requirement documents, you have developed an design of that particular product, you are done with that. Then you have put it into the, what you can say, the use. Then before you release it to the market, so you have to do the testing of that. So to do the testing part also, so which testing is suitable, they design the test cases and all, whether it is proper or not. So see, suppose for the development of a building or any kind of a buildings or something, so the thickness of the steel can be analyzed, or the thickness of the bricks is analyzed, the quality of the bricks is analyzed. Such kind of a testing tool to development of any kind of a building will be analyzed. So what is required and what you are doing and what is suitable for that is being analyzed by your review. That also review is an best practice for that, to analyze or to design the test cases for that particular product or to analyze that particular product. Then it comes the project management plan and configuration management plan. So what you have developed, what you are going to develop, so everything such non-executable codes are given as an input to your review. Next, then it comes the review roles. In review roles, so it is a constituent of the different people who involved in that particular review meeting. The review meeting, in that particular review meeting, members are can be played in some roles. So every review meeting, a few key roles need to be assigned to the review team members. In that team members only, we do have some key roles to be assigned to the people who involved in that review meeting. The roles are, first one is moderator, recorder and reviewers. I repeat, first one moderator, recorder and reviewers. What the moderator is doing? Moderator plays a key role in the review process. The main important role in the review meeting is played by your moderator. What he is doing? Okay, the first point, the role of your moderator is, the first point, scheduling and convening the meetings whenever it is required. So it is not like that on every periodic for 1 month we are going to conduct a review meeting, or every 6 months we are going to conduct a meeting, or after every phase we are going to conduct a review meeting. It is not like that. Whenever it is required, whenever it is necessary, whenever we are facing some problem and we are feeling that we may face a problem in future or something, by analyzing the market or by analyzing the products what you are developing, so in that case you can call a review meeting. So wherever it is and whenever it is required. Fine. The scheduling and convening the meetings is the first role of your moderator. Then it comes distributing review materials. What is this review materials? So this is like a note where the moderator has noted down what we have discussed in the previous review meeting regarding that particular product. What is the status, whether we have already what you can say, ensure that the defects have been tracked to the closure, or what you can say, whether we are have approached that particular problem to solve or something. So that can be discussed in that. So distributing review materials. So first one is scheduling and convening the meetings. Next one, distributing the review materials. Third, leading and moderating the review sessions. Okay, he's going to lead and take a lead, and he's going to, which is required, and also that product or something. So he is going to put in front of the reviewers, ensuring that the defects are tracked to closure. So that is what. So it should not happen like that. So in the previous review meeting, we have discussed something regarding the requirement gathering of a product X. In the next meeting also we should discuss the same. No. So what problems we have faced and what decision we have been taken in the review meeting, whether they have approached and whether they have solved or not, everything can be ensured using the moderator role. Yes. In the moderator role, the first one point is scheduling and conveying the meetings, distributing the review meeting, noting down all the materials regarding that particular review, leading the meeting, and he is going to give review the sessions, ensuring that the defects are tracked. So what have been discussed in the previous meetings are being tracked, and we are working on it. So that track has to be maintained using the moderator. Then second role is nothing but your recorder. The main role of recorder is to record defects found. Yes, okay, in this particular day, in this particular time, we have found this defect in this product. Everything has to be maintained in a statistical book. So that you can observe in the many companies. So they are going to have one log book. They are going to have one complete statistics, what product they are developing, what kind of defect they have found, what is the time, and what is the solution they found for the to track that particular, everything they will be noted down. So why? Because in future if they face the same kind of the problem, they will use that logbook and they will found the solution very easily. So that is how the companies are going to maintain one logbook, where they will be maintaining what is the problem they are facing, everything, what you can say, the details regarding that particular defect will be recorded in that. So that is the role of your recorder. The main role of your recorder is to record the defects found, the time and the effort data which has been put for that defects. Then reviewer. The reviewer, this is these members review the work product and give some specific suggestions to the author about the existing defects, and also point out ways to improve the work product. Okay, so you are facing this particular problem, so this is the better solution for that, this is the better solution for that. So this is the better algorithm. If you use this algorithm, so you may get a good results. This saves your money, this saves your time. So like that, what are the defects found from the author, which will be reviewed by the reviewers, and the suggestions will be given by the reviewers on that product. So that is nothing but a reviewer. So the different three roles, first one is the moderator, second one is the recorder, third one is the reviewer. Next comes review process. Okay, we have discussed what you mean by review, we have discussed what you mean by utility of review, roles of the review. Then it comes review process. How the review process is being conducted. In the review process, first one is planning. First one is planning. Then it comes review preparation, review meeting, and rework. You can observe this particular diagram. So first one is planning. Okay. Next one is preparation. Third one is review meeting and rework and follow up. You can observe in the planning phase, once the author of a work product is ready for submission of that product to the review. So you can observe here the work product. Okay. In this work product, if that product is ready for the submission of the review, the author will submit it for the review meeting. The project manager nominates a moderator. So there are suppose for example some people are there, in that project manager allocate one person as an moderator, and that moderator can be someone who is familiar with the work product. So suppose if I am working on an issues related to the mobile phone, so there is some defects found in the development of the mobile phone. If you are nominating a one person as a moderator of that review meeting, means that moderator person, that person should have knowledge about that particular product. It's a basic knowledge, fine, of that work product. Then in the consultation with the moderator only, the project manager nominates other members of review team, okay, other members of the review team. So first the project manager selects a moderator who have a very good knowledge regarding that particular product, and with the help of the moderator only, some other people were selected as a recorder and the what you can say the reviewers, and those who can give or those who can suggest the suggestions for that particular product. Once this, and there is a good practice for that, the review meeting or in the review meeting, or the members of the review meeting should be from 5 to 7. It should not the beyond 3, because we may get a very limited knowledge, we may have a very what you can say, the discussion should be with the different perspective people, so that you can get the good results out of it. So here if we if it is more than 10 also, then you will, there is an ambiguity which one has to listen and which one you need to implement and or something. There is a suitable team members size they have mentioned is from 5 to 7 max is the what you can say the preparation required for the team members of that particular review meeting. Okay, then it comes, so if it is that work product is ready, manager selected the who are the moderator, who are the recorder, and who are the this thing, then it will come to the planning part phase of that particular review.